I'm Greg Hevia, and today we're going to be making ribs. And now it's time to put together the rub. The first component right here consists of 1/2 teaspoon cayenne pepper, a whole teaspoon of paprika, and 2 tablespoons of chili powder. We're just going to throw that in. The second component here has 1 teaspoon ground cumin and half a jar of McCormick's garlic and onion medley. It's salt, dehydrated garlic, dehydrated onion. You can buy them separately if you want. We're going to throw that in to the mixture right there. And the last component, 3 heaping tablespoons of pure maple sugar. We got that right here. We're going to throw that into the mix. Going to grab our spoon and stir that up real good. Next thing we're going to do is pull out the ribs, and we're going to throw this on top overnight. We've got a nice big rack of pork spare ribs here, as well as our rub that we put together. And first thing we're going to do is we're going to take it and we're just going to sprinkle some of that rub on top. Sprinkle it on real nice. About half on each side. We're going to just smooth it out with our hands. Kind of get it even on the meat. And then we just flip those ribs over. Here's a nice big top side. Might want to save a little more than half for this side. And the rest of the rub goes on top there. Just smooth it out with your hands. And we're going to wrap this up in aluminum foil and leave it in the fridge overnight so all those spices and especially that nice maple sugar melts right into the meat. And then tomorrow we'll grill it all up. So the ribs have been sitting overnight, and you can see how all the spices have basically just melted into the meat, and you can see all the bits of onion and garlic on top there. But all this dark brown is just that melted maple sugar. And we're getting ready to throw it on the grill. Here we have our coals. You can see the majority there burned through pretty good. They're nice and warm, not too hot. We got some fresh coals there. And we've put the rack of ribs away from direct contact with the coals. And it'll be cooked over indirect heat for about the next 4 hours. So we're going to go ahead and close up the grill. And we'll come back and check on that in about an hour. Alright, this is after 1 hour. We added a few more coals just to maintain the heat. And it doesn't look anywhere near cooked. There's going to be another about 3 hours where it's just sitting here smoking, cooking on the indirect heat. So let's check back in another hour. Right now we're 2 hours into cooking the ribs. So let's take a look. As you can see, they look more or less the same as they did at the hour mark, although they are a lot more cooked. And what we're going to do is we're just going to flip those over and it's going to sit for a little while longer. I'm going to make a sauce to baste the ribs with. First thing we're going to throw in is 1 bottle of Sam Adams Boston Lager. And the next thing we're going to add is our little spice mix. We have a teaspoon of salt, 2 teaspoons of chili powder, and a tablespoon of that maple sugar we use in the rub. I'm going to throw that in. And next, we're going to add about 1.5 shots of Jack Daniel's bourbon. 1.5 shots for the mix, 1 shot for the cook. And the last ingredient is a 1/2 can of tomato paste. We're going to throw that in, and we're going to mix it all up until it's a good solid consistency all the way around. And then we're going to get to glazing those ribs. It's been 4.5 hours. The sun's almost setting on the horizon, and our ribs are ready to be carved up and served. And here we have the finished ribs. It's looking beautiful in there, and it's going to be great to eat.